I'm Peter, and welcome to Peter Vlogs. That'd be so funny if that's how I started every channel, every video. It is like pouring down rain outside. It's not even that late, and it looks like it's like 9 o'clock at night. It's so dark outside. And I'm opening mail, and I'm uploading my RuPaul's Drag Race video. I love that show so much. But it's kind of boring this season. I don't want to say what I'm going to say. You have to go watch the video. Go watch the video. So I'm really split. Because a lot of people are telling me that they need me to not drive around as much, that they get bored of that. Other people tell me that they love when I drive around. All just junk mail. And other people are like, I don't really know. What do you guys like? Do you want just like segments of my life? I mean, I think it's interesting that I watch a lot of vloggers. And I really, to be honest with you, do not know how all these vloggers make their boring ass lives look so exciting every day. Because my life is just not that exciting. I hate to tell you, but it's just not. Should we read a meditation from Alexandra Stoddard, Grace Notes, or Melody Beatty, Journey to the Heart? I'm going to read Journey to the Heart because she's like my fave, Melody Beatty. I love Codependent No More. It's April 10th. Let's see what she has to say. I love these meditation books, by the way. I'm like obsessed with them. Okay, April 10th. Although they tend to be a little long in here. This one's going to be long. Be aware of the energy around you. I stopped at a quaint little store in the mountain city of Solvang, California. It was filled with clocks, tick-tock ticking away. Some sang, some chirped, some just ticked. If you wind them and leave them together long enough, they'll all soon begin ticking together in harmony, the shop owner told me knowingly. I listened. What she said was true. We are energy and vibration. When we're open, how easy is it to begin ticking to the rhythm of those around us? If we had kept ourselves locked up and put away, it would be different. But since we've chosen to be open, to be sensitive, to open our hearts and souls, we'll connect with, tick to, the vibrations of those around us. Our energy fields will touch and merge. We'll begin to feel and sometimes visibly take on the characteristics, rhythms, and vibrations of those in our field. Pay attention to, choose carefully, those with whom you live, eat, and play. There may be times when you can handle their energy and times it isn't right for you. Sometimes when we're feeling off balance, it may be that we're around energy that just isn't right for us. Stay conscious of who you travel with on this journey. See who you've attracted to and notice who's attracted to you. See how much better you feel when you surround yourself with the energy of love. I really, I'm going to read that on my live stream tonight. I really like that, and I'm going to tell you why. So I did this video, a drama video on my main channel. Some of you may have seen it. And I have received so much negativity and hate on that video. And I have gone in and I have tried to clear up what I said. I have apologized for anybody that was hurt in the process of not what I did, but what somebody else did. Because I'm a believer that maybe sometimes somebody just needs to hear, I'm really sorry this happened to you, okay? You never deserve to be abandoned or abused or neglected or whatever happened. You never deserved that. And sometimes we don't hear that, and it's validation, and it's important for us to hear that. And I really truly do feel bad for anybody that's been affected by negativity with any of this stuff on YouTube. But I'm kind of at this point done saying I'm sorry, honestly. And what I'm really realizing is that there are just some negative ass people out in the world that want to just thrive on hate and anger. And that's not me. And I'm not down with that. And I want to live a happy life. And I'm not willing to do that. So that's my 2 cents about that today. 2 cents, not 3 cents. 3 cents, 2 cents. That's my 2 cents about that. Oh, somebody wants to say hi. Hi. Poopy. But it's just so much easier to like, I mean, I understand. Like, I'm not going to get into all of that kind of stuff, but it's like I'm somebody that when I'm around a lot of negativity, like I feed into it. And so I need to make sure that I'm around a lot of positivity and a lot of love and a lot of compassion, because when I'm around that, I tend to give that off or feed on that. But when I'm around a lot of hate and negativity and anger, I seem to get like very angry, very tense, very nervous. Do you guys get like that? If you notice, like family members, I think are a good example of this. Like when you're around certain family members that just are rather negative, that you just can't handle it. And so I think to remain positive. I think the other thing is that I'm just baffled by how many people choose anger over love. Like, I just don't understand that. I really am just baffled by that. So, but I loved that quote for the day. So, when anybody wants to come for me in the comment section of this and say, you don't know what you're talking about, and yes, it's hard, and all that kind of stuff, you can contact Melody Beatty. She actually was the one that defined the word codependency, which is when we seek validation of ourselves through somebody else. So you can contact her. You don't need to leave me a hate. There she is. She's been on Oprah. She's a award-winning self-help motivational speaker that's been around since the 70s. She owns her shit. She tells her story. You can go to her. You don't need to come to me and leave it in my comment section. Thanks. I appreciate that. So anyway, I'm so hungry. I don't know what I want. I kind of want to just come back here, though. Get something and come back here and eat. So I think that's what I'm going to do. All right. Well, I'll see you guys in just a little bit. Hey, guys. I will be really honest with you. I am making this vlog tonight. I don't want to. It's been a really sad day for me. Well, first of all, and this is secondary and not even that big of a deal, but I'm having a lot of hate directed towards me based on a video that I made. Nothing in comparison to a lot of other people that have had undirected hate towards them by other things, and that's neither here nor there, and I don't even want to be in that. But you know, like, it's just been a really sad day. And, you know, like, I think sometimes people don't think before they speak. And I was talking about this earlier, you know, like, on my vlog when I was reading the meditation from Codependent, or the Codependent No More meditation from Melody Beatty, about, like, anger and hatred, harbors anger and hatred. And I believe that. Like, I believe if you're around it, you know, you're going to feel that. And, but I also believe that, like, be careful how you meet someone, because you never know what they're going through in their life that day. And, it's been a really shitty day. Like, really shitty day. And I'm not going to get into it on this video. The timing's not right. The timing will be right, and I will talk about it, and I will have to talk about it. And I would prefer if you would not speculate in the comment section. You guys are my people, and I'll tell you what's going on in my life, but, like, tonight's not the night to do it. And to be really honest with you, part of it is that I'm just, like, talked out about it. Like, are you ever just talked out about something, like you have a lot of emotions and a lot of feelings and stuff attached to it, but it's like you just can't talk one more second about it. And I've cried a lot today, and you guys know I'm a crier anyway, but, like, I've cried a lot today, and I just need to go home and go to bed. And it's not even that late, but I think I really need to start taking care of myself a little bit better. And you know, somebody commented on my vlog earlier, and they said, I really wish that you would eat healthier, and I wish I did too, you know, like, I wish a lot of things. I wish a lot of things. I actually made a whole other vlog tail end to this this, like what I'm doing right now already. And it was all me talking about what's going on, and I deleted it, and I thought it's not the right time. And I was with Tanya for a long time tonight, and she said, you know, I said, I'm trying to be really honest on my vlog, and she said, well, you don't have to talk about anything, sweetie. You don't have to. They love you. She said, they love you, and they'll understand. You don't have to talk about anything you don't want to talk about. And I don't want to talk about it. I'm really sad. So I'm asking you to please understand that I'm going through a really hard time in my life right now. And I'm not sharing some things because I am not really sure how to share them yet. And I was in a YouNow stream earlier this afternoon, and this woman, she got kind of like real shitty with me, and she kept on just fucking firing these questions at me, and I just like bit her head off, you know? Like, I just was like, then fucking leave if you don't want to hear what I have to say. And she just kept on coming, and then after that, she just kept on coming at me, and I said to her, I said, you know, I owe you an apology. I'm really sorry. Like, I'm sorry that I talked to you that way. And it's like, I try so hard on a daily basis to be like a good person and treat people the way that I would want to be treated, but it's like when someone just comes at you and comes at you and comes at you, it's like, enough already, you know? Like, I get it, okay? I get you're upset with what I said. I'm back to the video now of what I said in the video, and I understand that people are upset with me about what I said, you know? I understand that a lot of people agree with me. It was just my opinion about something, you know, and maybe misguided. And I'm going to make a follow-up video, and I'm going to explain myself in there because I think a lot of people deserve that. But today was not the day for people to come at me. And, you know, you never know what people are going through when you're verbally attacking them on social media or in YouNow streams or on the street or in the grocery store or whatever, you know? Like, and I have a friend of mine that's a hairstylist, and she taught me a very valuable lesson. Like, the salon that she works at, like, if people are 10 or 15 minutes late, they just don't see them because they don't have the time, right? And one of her clients came in, and she was like 15 minutes late, and my friend never tells their clients, even though she could get in trouble with her work, no, I won't see you. She just makes it happen in the time, right? And the woman sat down, and my friend said to her, you know, like, you're running late or something like that. And she was almost going to say to her, because she had just been held accountable about it, you know, I really can't see you. I don't have the time to fit you in. And the woman looked up at her and she said, thank you for taking me. My dad passed away this morning, and I've been really having a hard time. And so she, you know, she did what she could do for her. She did her hair. She made her feel good about herself. And, you know, the woman left a little bit better. But, like, I think that we meet people where they're at. You know, you don't know what somebody's going through in their day. You know, and maybe the lesson I've learned is to be a little kinder to people on a daily basis. I don't know. I think I'm pretty kind, but I think I could always be kinder. I think people misunderstand my jokes. You know, like, I've been saying that all these people should call their, you know, their followers, like, blah, 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 like the wolf pack, you know? And, like with me. And I think that's funny. I think Trishy's Fishies is funny. I think all of it's funny, you know? Sanders Kennedy's Sneaky Bunch. I think it's all funny. I think to laugh at ourselves is how to get through life. And she was so upset, and this woman was like, well, how would you feel if I called you the hip replacements? Well, I think that's funny. Everybody already thinks I'm old. Call me the hip replacements. And so all these people are hashtagging me, you know, sending you good vibes, loving you today. I mean, the thing is that with all of the hate that I get and all the anger, it's the overwhelming amount of like love that I get from you guys that just keeps me going, honestly, because there are some days, and I'm human, that I just don't want to put one foot in front of the other, and today was kind of one of those days for me. And you know, it's interesting because like I've talked a lot about suicide on my channel, on this channel, and we're talking about 13 reasons why, and suicide's never been an option for me. I've never felt suicidal. I don't connect with that feeling, and I feel for anybody that has. I've worked with a lot of people that are suicidal or have had suicidal ideation. But the reality is when you've never had that feeling, it's like, okay, I have all these feelings and emotions and I don't know what to do with them. And they hurt, and I'm hurt, and I'm in pain, and what do I do? Like, do you just go on with your day? I guess. That's what I did today. You know, I reached out to people. Because I don't know what else to do. And that was what I was taught to do, was to ask for help. And I won't necessarily say that it lessens the pain. And you guys are all like, what is going on? Oh my God, Peter, just tell us what's going on. But I'm not going to tonight. Maybe tomorrow night. But tonight's not the night. And when I explain it, I'll explain why tonight's not the night. I think people are confused a lot by why I drive. You know, did you ever see the movie Mermaids? And Cher talks in there about how she loves to drive because you can just get in your car and you can just go away. Like, I just love to, like, escape sometimes, you know? Like, just to, like, get in the car and just go. And I don't ever go anywhere. Like, I don't get in my car and, like, drive 2 hours away. I just drive the same 10-mile radius, you know, around my house. But it feels like an escape sometimes. An escape from what? I don't know. I know I'm supposed to be the uplifting one and always give you guys lessons to learn by, but I'm not there tonight. I'm sorry. Tell I'm in my head, like totally in my head tonight. I've been in my head for hours, just reliving things over and over and over again. You know, it's interesting because people always say to me, like with my mom's death, they're like, was that the worst thing that you ever went through in your life? And I'm like, no, that wasn't the worst thing that I ever went through in my life. Having my dog put to sleep was pretty horrific because I wasn't ready for it. And when my ex and I broke up, I had no clue that was going to be the day that it happened. I kind of knew it was going to happen. Like, I mean, we were kind of going in that direction. Our relationship was just really bad at the end. Like, really bad. Like, I remember going to Thanksgiving in his mom's house, and, like, as soon as we got there, his mom, like, took him to the other room, and they were in there for, like, an hour and a half, while I ate dinner with a family that I didn't even know, some of these people, and he comes out, and he's like, are you ready to go? And I was like, yeah. Are you done? He was like, yeah, let's go. I remember we drove back, and it was like such a beautiful day, and he's from Seymour, Indiana, and the road was so pretty between Seymour and Indianapolis. It had like snowed that Thanksgiving, and we were totally just quiet in the car. And like one of the things between he and I was that like we were never quiet in the car. Like we would always like talk. Like Alex and I don't talk a lot in the car. Like Alex and I like listen to music and dance and stuff like that, but we don't talk a lot in the car. But my ex and I, Sean, we would talk a lot in the car. Like, and I remember I looked over at him and I said, "What's going on?" And he was like, "You need to make a decision on whether you're going to work on this relationship or not." And like, I thought I was working on the relationship, you know. I've like, in my life, many times, from having an alcoholic mother, to being in relationships with very selfish people, to just friends of mine, I've not often been a priority. And it's not something that I talk on here a lot about because I don't want it to come across like I'm victimizing myself, but like, I've not often been a priority to people. And not by, I wouldn't say they're, I don't really even know how to say it, not by their like direct actions. Like my mother was a very good mother when she wasn't drinking. She loved me unconditionally. She spent a lot of time and energy with me, but the drinking always came first. You know, my ex, similar. Over the top. I mean, if I told you some stories about him, you would be like, oh my God, I've never been treated so well in my entire life. But the being treated well was counteracted by the really shitty times. And, you know, my first relationship just walked away. No fight for me. He wanted his life. And I seem to get myself in these relationships with people where I like help them build themselves up. Like my first boyfriend, he like was living with his dad and like had a job, and then like he wanted to move out, so he moved in with me, and then he saved money, and then, you know, on and on and on, to the point where he had a good job and a car and all this kind of stuff, so that then he could move out and be on his own. And it was like when the freedom appeared, I think the necessity for Peter wasn't there anymore. I think he was like, I wonder what my life would be like without Peter. Like, and my ex was very much the same way. I mean, he was in hair school when I met him, and he didn't pay a bill for like the last 5 years that we were together. And just walked away. I haven't felt in my life much of a priority to people. And I'm not saying that like feel sorry for me. I'm just saying that as a fact. You know, my dad has my stepmom. Tanya has her family. It is a fact, you know? It's like, even like with Alex, it's like Alex has his family, you know? Like, my cousin has her family, you know? It's like, and I think that's why I feel so alone a lot. Because, like, I had my mom, you know? And somebody said on my video earlier, my vlog, they said, I can't believe anybody didn't comment back to this. I just, like, that was really surprising to me that nobody commented back on this. But somebody commented on my vlog and said, you know, like, you need to get over your mom. Like, I'm really tired of hearing all of these sad stories about your mom, like, whatever. Actually, that's not true. Somebody did comment back. Somebody said, my mom passed away so many years ago. My dad passed away. Thank you for commenting back to that rude-ass person. And you know what? And to that person that said the comment, you don't need to watch my vlog anymore. You can unsubscribe because you don't obviously obviously get who I am as a person, and I don't wish you ever to have the grief that I've had in my life with the death of my mother, who is the most important person to me. But I don't think there's any time on death, and I don't think there's any time on grief to get over somebody. And in fact, I think to tell somebody to get over somebody is a really cruel thing. Because you don't ever get over them. You move through the pain, and they'll always be with you. And my mom will always be with me. And when I tell funny stories about her, I laugh. And when I tell stories that make me miss her, I cry. And that's okay. And that's okay for all of you, too, for you missing people. You know, whether it's a friend that is no longer in your life, or, you know, a relationship that's over, or somebody that's passed away. You know, like, it's okay to grieve that. I'm so thankful that I can cry today. There were years of my life that I couldn't cry, or wouldn't cry, or, you know. And it's interesting because today, which has literally been the pinnacle of probably the shittiest day of my, like, last, I mean, I haven't had a day this bad in a long time. It's been a really bad day. You know, even like with my aunt's death, it was like, well, what I was saying earlier with my mom, the reason why my mom's wasn't so hard was because, like, I knew it was coming, you know? And so I was somewhat prepared. Plus, my mom had been in a coma for so long, so it kind of felt like she was gone anyway, honestly. And with my aunt, there was a lot of relief that came because she was in so much pain. You know, to even just be with her, she couldn't breathe, and it was just, it really was painful for her. It was painful to watch, knowing that she was in so much pain. I don't know what point I was making about that, but like, but today's like different. It's like, I don't know. I just feel like it's unnecessary pain. I know what I was going to say, was that, like, you know, all these things I preach on here, like, we're on borrowed time, life is short, be grateful for the things you do have. Like, even this being the shittiest day I've had in a long time, like, those were, like, the things I got through, you know? And, like, you don't have to have any kind of belief in a higher power. If you're an atheist, I respect that. If you're an agnostic, I respect that. But, like, for me, I do have a higher power. And I was thinking to myself today, I was like, you didn't bring me this far, dump me on my ass. You know, like, I'm gonna be okay. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. And I was thinking about things, and I was like, life is short. And, you know, we are on borrowed time, and I preach these things, and then I was trying to live it today and be like, sit in the moment, you know, respect the moment that it's happening to you. Respect it, because it's a pivotal part of your life right now, what you're going through. And I think a lot of people don't push it away. They don't want to feel it. And all of this will make more sense when I talk about what's going on, but yeah. It's actually made me feel a lot better sitting here talking to you guys. I know that sounds crazy, but it really did. It really, really did. I wouldn't have guessed that, you know? Lots of silence in this video tonight. What's that about? It's a very still evening. There's like no wind out. It was like thunderstorms and rain earlier. Poor Boo Radley has been in his house off and on all day long because he's so terrified of the storms that if he's out when it's stormy, he's like on me. And I just was like, honey, not today. Like, I can't. And And Pee-Pee just sleeps, you know, and Tucker is completely unfazed by the storms. Storms of life. Maybe that's what I'll title this vlog. Do you guys ever wonder how I come up with the titles for these vlogs? I typically just go to like, I was actually watching Zach Garcia at the Adventures of Zach and Me, and he has a vlogging channel, and somebody was asking him like, how do you decide which clips to put in your vlog? And I thought, baby, I upload my clips and I put them all together and there's my vlog. Like, I mean, I don't, he was like, well, and I adore him. He is such a sweet guy, such a great role model. But he was like, well, I save certain clips and, you know, blah, 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 and some don't ever make it in there, and I'd like to show them and outtakes sometimes. And I thought, oh, that's so sweet. Like, I just throw it all up there, you know, like, if I know I'm not going to show something, I delete it, because it'll just piss me off that I don't put it in the video. And, so everything I film, you guys see, like, literally. Literally. But I thought that was so funny that he said that. I do think, like, I need to, like, get out and do more stuff with my vlog, though, instead of just... It was interesting on my BookTube channel last year for BookTubeathon. They have daily challenges, and one of the challenges was to, like, recreate places in a book, or a place in a book. And, so since I'm from Indianapolis, and John Green's here, and John Green wrote The Fault in Our Stars, and The Fault in Our Stars took place in Indianapolis, I drove around to, like, North Central High School, where the Augustus played basketball before he had cancer, and the cemetery, and the gas station where she has an attack, and all of these things. I, like, went around and filmed them, and people loved that video. It was so funny. They were like, oh my god, do more videos of this. I'm like, well, there's not that many books that are hosted in Indianapolis, or I would. My book is actually, maybe that's a video that I'll do, is where I'll go around to all the places in Indianapolis that are from my book. Because my book is actually filmed. God, I wish it was a movie. My book is actually it's set. That's what I'm looking for, in Indianapolis. Well, the north side of Indianapolis, but like Butler University is in it. Holcomb Gardens is in it. I'm really, to be honest with you, amazed that I've made it through. Oh my god, have I been on here for 26 minutes? 26 minutes of this vlog, and I haven't, like, lost my shit bawling crying, because that has been, I mean, I can just feel my, do you ever cry so much that your eyes are exhausted? Like, my eyes are exhausted. So, I'm gonna go home, and I'm gonna go to sleep, and I'm gonna try to get some rest. And I will let you guys know what's going on, I promise. I'm sorry to keep you in the dark. I'm sorry to be ambiguous. It's just not the day, and please respect that. I love you guys so much. You mean the world to me. You have no idea how much you get me through shit. Seriously. I love you. Bye.